Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Power Up with Pride 2025, raising money for True Colors United. We're ready for our next game, which is Star of Providence by Lilacvrtolligoci. Take it away.
Hello. Yep, my name is Lilacvrtolligoci, and I'm going to be running Star of Providence. So, what is Star of Providence? It is a top-down bullet hell shmup roguelike game developed and published by Team D13, in which the player explores floors, fighting any enemies and bosses that stand in their way, while searching for a great and calamitous power at the lowest levels of the facility. So, this game was actually formerly known as Monolith. Back about a year ago, the game got rebranded into Star of Providence, and the base game and the formerly DLC was merged into one, culminating into this game. But this year, they had another major update, which introduced more bosses, more another ship, and everything like that. And speaking of, I think we had wow, English. We had a ship, didn't we?
A bid war for which
Ye-
ship we'll be
yeah.
using.
Yes, and Null has won that bid war.
Null's one. Alright. That is our default ship. Perfect. So you just get the pea shooter and 2 bombs, and that's it. So, without further ado... Oh, and I almost forgot. I do have a co-commentator with me, Nick.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm here.
He will be explaining while I panic on the floors down, so...
You'll do fine.
This
You'll do
is
great.
a unseated run. But we'll just get going now. So in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
All right. So in Star of Providence, you want to obviously defeat the big final boss at the end of the run. Now, each run is composed of floors, and the way you clear a floor is you have to defeat the boss of the floor. But in order to unlock that, you have to defeat the mini bosses of the floor. And as you descend deeper into the facility, you'll encounter more and more mini bosses that stand in your way, and harder bosses. And to make the journey a little bit easier, you have things like weapons and upgrades and all sorts of other stuff that will help you build a loadout that is capable of tackling whatever comes your way. So to start with, as Taylor said, this is Null. This is the base default character. There are no gimmicks, there's nothing special, it's just the base stats, something that is accessible right from the start. Ooh. Now that's
Ooh.
interesting.
That is a cursed weapon.
Yep. So cursed weapons.
I take it, actually.
Yeah. Cursed weapon. So the way weapons work in this game is that they have a type, so that they're a laser, or they're a fireball, or they're a revolver, and then they have keyword modifiers, so they can be freezing, or piercing, or homing, and what have you. And Lilac is about to pick up their first upgrade.
These are actually particularly good. I'll just take extra POW.
Yeah, the way upgrades work is that you have upgrade terminals, one in each floor, and you will be offered the choice of 3, and you have to pick one, and those are permanent and affect the rest of your run. And Taylor unfortunately did not have a particularly good selection, so we're just going to continue.
There's a slight boon to this update, where... Ooh, that's actually good, plus 10% ammo. Anyway, there's a slight boon to extra POW, at least in the Into Oblivion update, in that bombs can break walls, which is nice if you want to take care of you.
Extra POW kind of allows you to sort of gently modify the layout of some of these rooms, which can be a massive boon or can just be alright. And we're about to face the first boss. It is Guardian. Boss fights are a big feature of this game. This one's not a particularly troublesome one. Taylor's having a perfectly okay time with it.
Yeah. A little slowish, but we're good.
Yeah.
Alright, my weapon hasn't broke, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clear out the shop. And unfortunately, I can't take any of these because I have a cursed weapon. It will eventually break, but...
Yeah. Cursed weapons give you a lot of boosts when you pick them up, but you can't replace them or break them by yourself. You just have to wait until they're gone on their own, which can be surprisingly fast or quite a long time indeed. And this game,
knowing my luck, luck.
Yeah. Two of the things that Taylor really wants to find in a run, primarily, are getting a very... There we go. The weapon broke. Is getting a good weapon that can make combat go by way faster, so you can go through all of these rooms in short order. And also, what we would call mapping, which is basically, if the floors are randomly generated, you need to find the mini bosses and the bosses. You don't know where they are. So if you can find maps or certain cards or a certain upgrade that can give you that information, it makes it so much quicker to go through. And like, there's other things you can find, such as like cards which are like mini passive upgrades and such. Let's see what our second upgrade is. Ooh, Scrap Runner.
Scrap Runner makes me go a little bit faster and a little bit stronger.
Yeah, basically with Scrap Runner, as you pick up money, you will fill up a bar that you can see at the top of the screen, and it gives you a speed boost, and the more charged up that bar is, the more damage you do. So our second boss is Presence. Again, so far the bosses are nothing very impressive, but they will pick up the pace soon enough.
I did want to point out for the Raiders just joining us, this is Power Up with Pride 2025, raising money for True Colors United, which is a charity helping out to combat LGBTQ plus youth homelessness. And we're getting close to the $1,400 mark thanks to donations like this $50 donation from What If Girl, who says, "Hey Taylor, good luck on your Star Prov run. Go and kick Overlord and Machine's butts." Do they have one? You should stop and chat with Trespasser and or Ace. No reason at all, winky face. Don't forget, trans rights are human rights. Also, love you, Nick. Less than 3.
Aw,
Thank you, What If.
Yeah, a friend
Absolute
of ours.
treasure.
Yeah, we love her too.
I'll see if Trespasser appears. That's a temp. We'll explain if we come across him.
Yeah, Trespasser is like a potentially random encounter you can get. Ace is kind of a character you can fight at a certain floor, or certain floors, I should say.
Uh-oh. I should probably take it. My cat is in front of my screen right now. Go away, Felix.
Another time, Felix.
Another time.
Yeah.
All right. Back on topic.
Yeah. Yeah, we're now in the 3rd floor, which is the maintenance system. This is where now you have to defeat 2 mini bosses to open up the boss door.
I got 2 of them right now. I'm kind of looking for the upgrade.
Yeah.
I might look a little bit more, but if I don't find anything, then I'll check this room here, and if I don't find anything, then I'll just go ahead and go.
Yeah, because Taylor could just go fight the boss right now, but they would probably like to have an even better loadout. And
I think I might.
Yeah, those were not.
Those weren't any good.
Yeah, so
but I
unfortunately,
did get the secrets.
Yeah, unfortunately, Taylor just knows all of the keywords and the weapons by sight, so they're not really pausing and reading what they do, but the icons tell them, oh, they have this and this and this property. Oh, that's no good. I should probably keep what I have. Okay, boss 3 is the Ice Worm. This one, it's probably going to take a little bit longer to go through.
Yeah, I don't have a good weapon for it.
Yeah. So in almost every floor, aside from the mini bosses and the bosses, you have the shop, the upgrade terminal, and the weapon. And Taylor's going to have to constantly be asking themselves, should I invest time into finding all of these resources I have per floor, but I have no idea where they are, or should I just keep gunning for the end? And right now, Taylor's not feeling tremendously confident in their weapons, so floor 4 might also be a little bit of looking around and seeing what they can find. Also, this weapon's about to run out of ammo, so...
Yeah, I'm about to run out of... I think I'll go ahead and see if I can look into finding a
weapon trove.
Yeah, a weapon trove somewhere.
Yeah. One of the other resources that one has to keep in mind is bombs. Now, bombs, as you would imagine, they clear this screen of bullets and they push enemies away. But another thing, like, ooh, a reliquary.
I might. Okay, I'll think about that one. Because the Flame Blessing might be actually pretty good for me right now because I'm not getting good weapons.
Oh, let's see what.
Oh, Blessed Weapon. Revolver, Wall Crawl, Charges Fast. Well, that is. I might as well show off Wall Crawl because that's actually new to Into Oblivion.
Yeah, it's an interesting ability or keyword that it can have. So basically, the projectile will just crawl along walls and damage anything that goes nearby.
It's pretty good for clearing out. Let me think. Clearing out rooms. Yeah.
Yeah. So generally, a lot of rooms will have terrain that makes them difficult to fight, but wall crawl can just sort of go across. Yeah. Going back just a bit, bombs not only clear bullets and push away enemies. You can also there's cracked walls in each floor, and with a bomb you can sort of break into them and sort of take shortcuts across floors. And so Taylor might be constantly like poking holes in the map in certain spots to see, can I get through this place? Right, they found the boss, but they're missing one mini boss.
Yeah. Oh, I got the upgrade.
Yeah. Now, if you're wondering, okay, how does Taylor decide where to go? Sometimes it's just kind of vibes.
I may go for safety and go for quickening.
Ooh, quickening is a very interesting upgrade. So quickening is a one-time use revive. So if your health goes down to 0, quickening activates. You revive with 5 HP. You gain like plus 15% damage and like a massive explosion where your character is located. So normally this upgrade is meant to be used as kind of like a safety, revive.
Flame Blessing and Coordinator.
Oh yeah, Ordinator, the 4th boss. This is, okay, things are getting a little bit more heated, we could say, at the moment. But yeah, what Taylor's talking about is like, yes, quickening is often used as a safety measure, but certain players will actually use the explosion on revive very aggressively and say, well, I will sit on top of this boss and let it hit me, and then the explosion will just take out an entire HP bar sometimes, depending on the boss. We are descending to floor 5, the Sanctum. This is the last floor where you can find an upgrade terminal and shops most of the time.
I got trapped there.
Those red bullets, by the way, those deal double damage, so Taylor has to be careful. Those hurt. And this will be the second to last floor for this run. Now Taylor has to find 3 mini bosses before they can fight the boss, which is the Overlord. The boss of the 5th floor is always Overlord, and he's a big step up in difficulty. There's some random goodies.
Yeah, I was hoping to find a little bit of ammo and something better than this, but
the affectionately known as loot crates.
Loot crates, yep.
That could be anything in there. Could be just terrible.
Surprisingly enough, I've been finding the mini bosses and bosses actually quite in good time. 1153 to floor 5 is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Taylor's missing just one mini boss.
There we go. It's probably idle. Okay, there's the oops, I didn't mean to go in here actually.
One other thing that some may have noticed is that the deeper you are on the run, as you go down the floors themselves get bigger and bigger, and the rooms themselves get harder. So there's this very natural escalation of difficulty. Final upgrade.
Artifact. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good sword.
That's a very... I happen to know Taylor personally is a big fan of swords.
I love swords.
Yeah. So
you're gonna see me play significantly more aggressively now.
Yeah. Sword is a very good weapon type in the game.
I'm looking for the last boss.
Because any bullets that are caught in like the melee range of the swing are just deleted. Well, small bullets get deleted, and the swing itself does a lot of damage. So if you know the timing of attacks and when they're going to, and like where the bullet spread goes, you can stand very close to enemies and just defend yourself as you deal big chunks of damage, which Taylor has definitely mastered. Now we're starting to see.
Corner here, yeah. Oh,
Yep.
it's not here.
Yeah.
We'll check over here.
As you can see, we're starting to.
this room.
You can use extra power to bomb those things
Oh,
away.
right, yeah. I forgot about that. I have extra
Yeah.
power.
Yeah. But now we're
Let's check
starting
the
to see
shop.
just
Nothing
health.
particular, just health.
Floors are getting big, and it's harder
There
to find
it
what
is.
you want. There it is.
Is it idle? It's always idle.
Idle can be a bit of an annoying mini boss because they like to just like flash step
Hug
around.
the corner. Yeah. Flash stab, hug.
So Taylor could go to
No.
Overlord right now.
I don't need that. I got 10 HP, I'm good.
Okay. Overlord is the big fight of floor 5, big step up in difficulty, and Taylor is doing a bit of a risky strat.
I'm just cheesing it.
Yeah, which is to hug the top wall where Overlord will not deal contact damage, and if you have a sword, you can swat the bullets away and do big damage. If you
There
have
we go.
enough damage, that is pretty safe. And phase 1 is done. Now we've gone to phase 2. And some of these attacks are... I wouldn't want to stand close to them a lot. This is one of the big flashy fights of the game.
Yeah, this is probably one of the biggest walls for newcomers.
Yeah. One thing that helps
Yeah.
Overlord a lot is that the sequence of attacks is very predictable, very static. You know exactly which attack he's going to do at every point in the fight, so it is easy to rehearse the fight. So up to phase 3, Taylor is about to be finished, but
Yep.
they're also running low on ammo.
Yeah. I should be okay.
We'll see. So floor 6 is even larger, and there is no shop and no upgrade terminal down here. You just have a weapon, and that's it. So
Oh, perfect.
oh, that is a weapon trope
That's
behind. Yeah.
Am I good enough? Let's see.
Oh boy. So this is an extra weapon trope that spawned in the floor, but it is locked behind a door that you have to hack, and the hacking is just a bunch of mini games, which can scale up in difficulty depending on how deep
But I'm
you are in
good.
the run. Yeah.
The overclock, overheat, homing triple. Triple homing is not as good. Ring shot, triple. Actually, I like that overheat.
Right. That's a fireball with a big damage over time area of effect property.
Trying to try to carry you first. And I also got you just in case.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hopefully Taylor will be finding something soon, but it is entirely possible to lose a lot of time in this floor if you have no mapping. Because sometimes the floor will generate in such a way that you have these branches that just extend, and there's nothing at the end.
Oh, thank gosh.
In this case, the boss room is located at the end. And the boss of this floor is quite a
Machine.
doozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the machine is... Like, Overlord is the first big wall for newcomers, Machine is the second big wall for newcomers. Okay, there's the first mini-boss. It is idle again.
Idle.
This time it's wanted to behave at least.
Yes.
Then-
Alright, I'm gonna go down here. Okay.
Oh, there's the second mini-boss out of 3. You have extra power, by the way.
Oh, right.
Yeah, extra power is one of those things that if you're not thinking about it, you can just forget you can do that. But it can make some rooms much easier. This is twofold has just been defeated.
Yeah. Let's see. Second mini boss.
Yeah.
Let's go down here.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, excellent. I will also remind you, Taylor, that you have quickening available.
I do,
Well,
yes.
So
I'm gonna
Taylor's-
save that for machine.
Yeah.
So I technically have what? 12, 14, 14 HP.
14 HP. Ooh, engorged. Engorged is a nasty mini boss.
I'm just gonna take the hits.
One of the toughest mini bosses in this game. Very tanky and has some nasty
What
attacks.
I might do is take the health. Come in here. Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry,
Okay.
machine.
So this is Machine, big intimidating boss fight, and Taylor happened to get a weapon that just melts.
Bye-bye.
This is silly. This is silly. This is very
This
silly.
is very silly. I might not even need quickening.
No.
In fact, I can just probably do this.
Yeah.
Just sit on the boss.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. We were gonna have a great machine fight. I was figuring, oh, it'll be tough. I'll be like,
you can just sit on it.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. This laser generates tons of bullets, but if you just sit on it, all of them will hit. And just bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. That was an amazing last minute.
That was so good. Alright, time is coming up soon.
I'll say time when the upgrade is selected.
And time.
There we go. That's Star of Providence, floor 6 says null. Completed. That was a good run. That was a very good
really
run.
good. That was probably one of the better runs tonight. The second best run, I'd say, for tonight. That I had.
The practice run was pretty sweet too.
So I'll keep it short and sweet because I know we're running a little bit behind. Obviously, shout out to the developers that I'm showing here. Shout out to Big Mode. They were the ones that did the publishing for the Switch version, because there is a Switch version of this game. And that came out this year as well. And then shout out to the Sprint community. We actually have a racing league. Our first Sprint racing league is going to be next week. I'm going to be casting that. It's going to be to floor 5, so we end at Overlord. But drop on by Sprint Dash Racing next week.
Yep, I think that about covers it.
Yep. Nick, you want any shout outs?
Shout outs to to the Star of Providence community. Shout out to Power Up with Pride for putting this on and accepting us. And yeah, thank you to everyone. Like it's a delight.
1931, not bad.
Yeah, that's a good time.
All right, that should be it then.
Well, thank you for coming to show off this game. It looks extremely fun, and I might go pick it up here shortly myself. It looks awesome.
Do it. It's good.
And thank you to the viewers for sticking around here. We're entering a little bit of a mini horror block here. Resident Evil Village is next, run by Big Scared. Love to see it. So stick around. I do want to give an update on the bid wars that are open right now. 3 games from now, we have Fear the Spotlight by Kasaki, which has the choose your character. You get to choose between Amy and Vivian, and I've been told that you actually are choosing the entire chapter that Kasaki is going to play, because Amy and Vivian have different gameplay. Right now, Vivian is winning with $50. Amy is not that far behind with $20, though. So you can make a difference in that bid war. And we have a new bid war that has just opened to choose your backpack in Typing of the Dead 2. That's the game 4 games from now. Your choices on that are the Firebird backpack, Dreamcast, Bodacious Big Sword, and Payphone. So if you want to check out what that's about, go get your donations in. Remember that not only can you donate to the bid wars, but you can donate to the targets as well. It's a 2-for-1 deal here in your donations. We had the King's Quest 6 musical skips featuring a 90s love ballad. We have $140 of that out of the $200 goal, so we're almost there. And we have the Retro Game Challenge 2 bonus Super Demon Return speedrun. We need another $200 on that one. I have been your host, Motos, and I'm going to be handing it off here shortly to your nighttime host, Sporadic Erratic. Have a great time, and thanks again for all your donations and your views during this marathon.
Thank you so much, Motos. That is right. I am a creature of the night, and I am here at Power Up with Pride 2025. We are raising funds for True Colors United. I should probably say my name. It's Sporadic Erratic. Absolutely thrilled to be here for the horror block. Who is ready to get both spooky and ooky? I hope it's all of you. As Motos mentioned, we have a fabulous horror block coming up for y'all. It is going to be Resident Evil Village next, then after that, The Cabin Factory, after that, Fear the Spotlight, and after that, yes, even more horror games. One of my absolute favorites, Typing of the Dead. Everyone, please stick around. And as Motos mentioned, we do have Bid War open for Fear the Spotlight right now to choose which chapter is being played. Vivian's chapter, these are the details that I have heard. Vivian's chapter is more kind of like physical horror, and Amy's chapter is more psychological horror. So please get those donations in for True Colors United. Do remember that you can put your donation towards both a bid war and an incentive, and we do have a bunch of amazing incentives open right now, but I know Motos just updated you on that Fear the Spotlight bid war, and Vivian is in the lead. That means we're gonna see the physical horror. Oh, sorry, Amy's in the lead. My bad. Amy's in the lead. That means we're gonna see the psychological horror chapter. If you'd rather see that physical horror, get those donations in. As for incentives, we have one open right now for King's Quest 6 for musical skips. Oh my gosh, featuring a 90s love ballad. How can we not donate towards this? Y'all have been doing amazing. We're looking for $200 to unlock that. We're sitting at $140, so we need $60 more for 90s love ballads. I don't know how you can't donate, honestly. All right, everyone, well, just a little reminder, we are here raising funds for True Colors United. In the United States, 4.2 million youth experience homelessness each year, with lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning LGBTQ plus youth 120% more likely to experience homelessness than their non-LGBTQ plus peers. True Colors United is committed to changing that. If we can ensure that services are safe for and affirming of the most impacted young people, we can be confident they'll be safe and affirming for everyone. We believe that youth homelessness is a community issue. Real change can happen when people come together with a shared vision. If you feel that you are able to donate, please do consider doing that now. Friends, you are watching Power Up with Pride 2025 here on Twitch. We're running from June 13th through June 15th for about 16 hours each day, and we're benefiting True Colors United. To find out more about them, you can find the link to their site in the panels below the stream, or use !charity in chat. If you're interested in donating, you can type !donate in chat, find the schedule by using !schedule, or see the incentives with !incentives. Speaking of incentives, we do also have an incentive open right now for the Retro Game Challenge 2, the bonus Super Demon Returns speedrun. What an amazing name for a game. I'll be honest, I don't know what the game is, but I do know that bonus speedruns mean more Power Up with Pride, and that is definitely what all of us want. We are looking for $200 to unlock that one, and we don't have any donations yet. So do get those donations in. Do remember, you have to click on those incentives and those bid wars. They won't click on themselves. I have a lovely $25 donation here from Lilacvrtolligoci, who says, "Thank you for having me and hope the spoopy block is extra spoopy. $25 for the clutch laser." Thank you so much for your donation, Lilac. And that did go towards the King's Quest 6 musical skips. I can't not say it, featuring a 90s love ballad. I mean, like, why would you leave that, like, why would you ever leave that out? The 90s, I really want to hear it. Hope you really want to hear it, too. That puts us up to $165 out of the $200 that we're looking for. Only $35 to go. Amazing. Amazing. I see that chat is very ready to get spoopy. As my buddy MDisc Playlist said, happy Pride Day the 13th. You see what I did there? Look at that. We are only $5 away from $1,400 raised for True Colors United. Y'all have been amazing on this very first day of Power Up with Pride 2025. Thank you so much, everybody. You think we can hit it? You think we can hit it before the end of the horror block? I sure hope so. No, I absolutely believe we can. $5 entire. Who's gonna do it? I'm hyped to read that donation.